shit. He's tough. He's here to root them all. He's built like a twig and fragile like one too. They named the clock after him in London. It's big.
Welcome back to D3 Grand Prix 2025. A little bit of a improvised amateur hour comedy, not comedy, commentary.
It could be comedy.
It could be comedic with how amateur this commentary may be for this game. So no promises, but my name is Owen Hay. I'm the tournament director for this tournament. I'm sitting here with
Little Dipper.
Little Dipper is here with me in the booth, and well, we're taking a look at the Colorado School of Mines team heading out, taking the field against the Whitman Sweets here in the open division. Fourth round of the day, a lot of people lined up on the sideline to watch this matchup, and it should be a good one.
Yeah, for as many games as these guys have played already today, I sort of expected them to look a little bit more gassed than they are, but both teams had a lot of really great energy on the sidelines before the game, getting each other hyped up, and they're ready for game 4. They're ready to bring it.
Also would love to take a moment to shout out our observers on the field. We have Jason Wilkinson, veteran observer, and Caden newbie observer, but recently certified, and we're really excited to be able to bring some observed games to D3 Grand Prix this year. It's a great opportunity for us. So, of course, having an observed game, especially at the D3 level, changes a lot. So we'll see if that has an impact on the flow of this game. And the poll's off.
Colorado Mines starting off with a disc, looking to move it immediately. Big shot, back corner.
Right off the bat, second throw of the game.
Is it going back out? It is out of bounds.
Sailed well high, hit the fence and the concrete, but you know, it's kind of like trying to come out of the game with the strike right there. I don't mind the call. So Whitman on the break chance, starting to work it up the field here. And they're gonna take a shot of their own. It looks like it's sailing wide though. Although 99 with the incredible, ineligible greatest attempt after about 5 steps out of bounds. Chat, if you're with me, drop a fun fact. So lovely to see the chat here today as we are live up in the booth. And a big reset D, but a foul called. by Colorado Mines. We'll see if they go to the observer here. So as they work out this call here, I did want to take a second to thank my entire volunteer crew helping me out today. Dipper here, little Dipper on my right. It's my right-hand man at the same time, running the operation. Been so lovely to have you coordinating your entire team of volunteers. So many people in the community coming out to help us out this weekend. Thank you to everyone. Couldn't possibly name you all right now, but thank you.
Ooh, second chance, and that's going back to Whitman. This has been kind of a back and forth point, hasn't it? A little bit of a dogfight going on early in this game.
It looks like Whitman and Colorado School of Mines are both trying to start the game off with a bang.
And the observer's saying it's not in yet.
Not in yet.
A great
Whitman
throw.
hoping to convert on the high release.
And they punch it
And they
home.
do. They wait for the observer ruling on the score, and they take the field. So yeah, back and forth point, I agree with you. Really felt like they really wanted to score on an impact play there, both teams.
Now,
And Whitman's the one with the lucky draw.
Owen, you and I are both D-line monsters.
That's right.
What kind of feeling do you have? Your team comes out, first point of the game, starting off with a break. How does that make you feel?
Oh my gosh. I can't describe to you the fire that brings to my body and my mind. At the start of a game, coming out with a break. When you embody the identity of a D-line player, you hard code that metaphysical response to breaks. And then you're just chasing that feeling all game.
I could be as tired as I could possibly. I could have no legs, but as soon as I get a break, I'm wanting to get out there again. I mean, you've seen me.
Oh, I've seen you.
You've seen me. Just want to sink my teeth in again after a break. And to start off the last game of the day with a break, it's got to be a big jolt of energy for this Whitman team.
So Whitman will look to sink their teeth into a second break in this game. Pool goes up, bounces once, well fielded by 44.
Incredibly fielded, actually.
Put his body in front of it like a shortstop. 23 with a slide and grab. He'll look to bounce.
Good help defense from Whitman, containing that vert stack.
And this guy's got blue flame on his hat. Talk about
Ooh,
a flame high release.
close
Back
D.
to 44. He's wanting to shoot.
Little floaty.
And 12 smacks it down with authority on Whitman.
Mines couldn't come down with kind of a floaty huck there. And Whitman's back on the offensive. Bunch of patient fakes on the low side of the field, looking to recenter that disc.
Oh, and it just sails over. It's really hard to get that inside throw off without sailing it. Good coverage on the immediate deep cut, though. They'll stymie School of Mines for now, and they will look to set up their end zone. 21, gonna give a swing to 44. He's been quarterbacking their offense. Back over to 21, and a big bid, but can't come up with the grab. Do want to take a second to apologize. We do not have the full rosters for these teams. We are unfamiliar with their players. This was a last-minute commentary decision, but hey, we're here now. And a doinky turnover.
Whitman and Mines really going back and forth in this red zone. Can't seem to really get the ball further down the field on a turn, but Mines doing a really good job of keeping it on this side of the field, looking for patient options right on the goal line. And they're able to punch it in.
All right. So School of Mines is able to tie it up. Entropy sweets 1-1 after 2. Whitman, the D3 programs at Whitman, some of the only sibling programs that I'm aware of that share their team name. I'm not sure if we could get a data on that. But the Whitman Suites in the open men's division and the Whitman Suites in the women's division.
Yeah, Owen, as we were finalizing the team list for this tournament, sometimes it got a little confusing about which Whitman team we were talking about a few times.
It
but
can happen.
It can happen.
It can happen.
But with both of these teams, they're two teams that you want at a tournament like this.
That's right.
Both incredibly high-level teams, storied programs as far as I'm concerned.
And doing it all without a coach.
Doing
on either
it
side.
all without a coach.
So,
Beautiful pull from Colorado School of Mines Entropy. And we'll take a look for the first time at this Whitman O-line.
can I just say a beautiful hat on number 0 there. Seems perfectly suited for our race-themed weekend. And 0 will take a shot to the end zone, straight up the open side. And they'll count it.
An incredibly clean hold from Whitman. You know, it doesn't even really seem like Whitman's O-line really broke a sweat there.
Not at all.
Did a really good job of finding that first open throw. You know, this Whitman team has a lot of really skilled throwers. I remember watching them last year here at D3 Grand Prix. And these guys they're putting on a show. And doesn't really seem like today's all that different.
Can't say I disagree with you there, Deb. And so on our first look of the Whitman O-line, they convert.
We couldn't really look at them very long, could we?
No, not at all.
Owen, have you ever seen someone field the pole and then just immediately rip it for a score? Because that O-line point was pretty damn quick.
That's pretty damn.
And I'm wondering, have you seen a quicker O-line point than that?
I'm not sure if you're setting me up. I'm trying to search my memory storage here. I'm sure I've seen it.
Surely.
Surely seen it.
Surely there's been a game out there where a point has lasted for mere seconds.
I believe it. But I generally believe things that you say, so.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse. Whitman coming down on their pool, they're still out of bounds.
Right underneath the famed Delta Park bleachers here at Strasser Field.
That's right. Quick shout out for Portland Parks and Recreation, collaborating with our tournament, hosting our tournament for the second year in a row. Second edition of D3 Grand Prix during 2025.
And maybe folks on live stream can see this in the background, but we have every single turf field at Delta Park filled with Ultimate Frisbee teams this weekend. The number of teams that are here competing, it's pretty incredible. It's a ton of fun.
It's a beautiful sight to look out over as a hammer goes up to the end zone. Oh! And a well-played defensive bid up in the air by 99 of the Sweets. Causes enough discombobulation for it to drop to the turf.
Whitman D-line recenters the disc straight through the hands of the receiver there. It's been raining off and on a little bit today, so I'm not sure how wet these discs are. But you know, a lot of these guys are playing in friction gloves too.
It's true. Friction gloves here representing, selling their gloves. Thanks for the support, FG. And a big reset goes up, almost defended.
Great contest there in the handler space.
And a shot goes up. He's open in the end zone, but the disc does not float. A little too sharply to the ground. Number 3 handling the disc for Whitman. Tries the inside shot, but it's a little too late. It's behind his receiver. So School of Mines with another chance to punch this one in.
Another longer point here for Colorado School of Mines.
And they're just going to shoot again. This time, Whitman sniffs it out. I think they're starting to get the memo here, with 3 of their defenders sitting deep on that shot. Another inside shot goes up, this time completed.
He's looking, and it's not going to come.
He'll take the under, Leo will. And he'll get it back. Leo looking to bounce it up the line, and it just evades the bidding defender of Colorado School of Mines. And Whitman with the completion in the end zone to take a 2-point lead.
A couple of amazing bids there.
Back to back.
Back-to-back bids.
A bid attempt for the D and a bid clap catch for the squid.
And a nice hearty spike there at the end.
A nice hearty spike.
Always gets the team fired up.
Best way to finish a point.
No matter how you feel about it, gets the people fired up.
It gets the people fired up.
Gets the people fired up.
And I'd say that would be appropriate for a tournament of this caliber. Looks like School of Mines will take a timeout. They will attempt to regather, maybe adjust some strategy, and see if they can punch back after the first game to 3 here.
Man, we've gotten pretty lucky with the weather this weekend, haven't we?
We've gotten very lucky.
You know, there was a minute there, Owen, that we thought that this thing would be under a foot of snow practically.
We were quite worried for
We
a
were
second.
very worried for a second. But
Nothing's predictable in Portland. People love to say that about their weather in their city. Can't, you know, 1 minute it's raining, 1 minute it's sunny, but it really is true about Portland, and this is the only place that that is true for.
But really, it was kind of meant to be.
It was meant to be.
A tournament like D3 Grand Prix, having the best weather.
It's simply a prophecy. And of course, it happened last year. We lucked out with beautiful weather. This year, a little colder, a little more drizzly, but beautiful weather nonetheless for February here in Portland.
It's going all according to the script that we wrote, right?
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's all
That's
scripted.
right.
Me and my team of writers.
Just goes to show that if you have a good tournament director, you can have the best weather in the world. Right, Owen?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. So everyone, get yourself a good tournament director. I'm offering my services by contract. I'm getting word here that Entropy number 4's name is Hugo.
Shout out to Hugo.
Shout out Hugo. That is one roster name that I will take down. Again, this was a last-minute commentary edition, so we did not have rosters prepared, and I apologize for that. But we'll do our best. Entropy working it up the field. They'll find an inside shot to 21, who's going to shoot immediately with a bladey shot, and it sails over the women defender.
Oh.
First bounced off the hands, and then received by number 4, Hugo, who will try to make a cut for the end zone, and he scores. And that was the type of point that Entropy has been looking for in these last couple of attempts. They finally convert on the deep, and they'll take the score with it.
With a really athletic second chance bid there.
Absolutely. Chat, if you're live, we'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. So lovely to be able to stream our game rounds this year. It's the first time that we are providing this for the tournament, and you know, we're hoping to continue this effort. Of course, many sacrifices were made to the budget to make this happen. So if you're enjoying the stream, if you appreciate our efforts, we are one of the only independently produced live streams of any tournament, especially in D3 College Ultimate. Please do consider dropping us a donation at the Venmo in the description of this video. Thank you. So, Leo's going to bring it up the field for the sweets. We'll find number 29. He's going to shoot it immediately. And another quick O point for the sweets is converted.
Whitman is really finding space downfield for their cutters to really get open in. Something that Colorado School of Mines has not found quite yet. But had some success on a deep shot that last O point, Colorado Mines did. But Whitman is really owning that deep space today. Again, really utilizing their really talented array of throwers.
Well, both these teams are visiting Portland. Of course, Portland, the home of the 2024 Men's Club Division champions.
National champions.
Who, one of their famed players, Rafi Hayes, did say this year that small ball is dead and the deep game is alive. It seems like both of these teams have been infected by that spirit visiting Portland today.
You gotta love that about college ultimate. Everybody wants to throw it big. Everybody just wants to sky the crap out of everybody.
Yeah.
It just makes the game a whole lot more fun. Right?
You gotta wonder what the repercussions of what Rafi said in that famed interview, but boy, do we enjoy the sweets, if you will, of that.
The sweets of their labor.
The sweets of their labor, that's right.
Now, Owen, that's pretty big for us to say, considering you and I have a tendency to play a lot more small ball than most,
That's
I
true.
would say.
That's true.
It broke my heart a little bit to hear Rafi say that. But, the man knows ball.
But he knows ball, undeniably so. It was once said that his bag is a portal to another dimension. But back to the game here, 21 will take a shot, and it's well defended by the Whitman player on a bid. Straight up in the air, 21 getting a hand on that one.
Out of bounds on the second chance. Straight into the crowd.
Straight into the crowd, and the crowd's loving it here.
We're amassing a little bit of an audience for this game here.
Worked up the line for 31, who got the D with the disc back in his hands. And he'll look to shoot himself.
Big target downfield, well read. Ooh, and just can't get it.
You can't help but think that he almost let up on the positioning advantage that he had.
And it looks like there's a foul called downfield, and they're talking about it. With our,
and the observer will make his way over. Observer Wilk on the case here.
now, for those of you on the live stream who may not know very much about Ultimate Frisbee, maybe you do, but Ultimate Frisbee is one of the unique sports that's actually self-officiated. Now, maybe some of you are saying, well, if it's self-officiated, then who are these observer people?
Right.
Well, you know, they're not referees,
No, they're not.
right? You know, unlike referees or officials in the UFA, these observers in the college and club divisions are really there to be a third party, right? Oftentimes sort of being a mediator.
And so it looks like the players went to the observer for the observer's ruling there, which they can invite the observer to do, but they don't have to. The observer rules.
Looks like there's an injury on that play as well. Perhaps from the contact from...
Okay, so it looks like our friend Hugo, number 4, is grabbing his shoulder here on the sideline, and he will call in a sub.
And play continuity with the observer with the correct ruling. He'll send the disc back to the last possession before the injury.
So Whitman will get another shot here to hammer in a break.
Number 18 of the Sweets. Has it on the open sideline. He'll look to break the force flick here. But well defended on the upline space. Eventually breaking 3. And on the doorstep here, can they keep it chilly and convert? No.
Oh, great D on that front cone. A lot of traffic at that front cone. But Colorado Mines will look to get it off of their end zone.
A long inside
Big
throw.
gainer.
Well converted.
big.
Helps to be tall, doesn't it?
It helps to be tall.
Helps to be tall.
I wish I knew that feeling. And here we go, getting the swing off to number 9. He'll find an inside shot to 31. Mine's continuing to force to that far sideline, although F's in it. No, it looks like they're force flick. 21 receives the nicer round and will continue to the break side.
Some good.
All the way down the field and an inside floaty high release. Give it to your tall guy for the score.
Throw to the tall guy.
That's one way to play ultimate right there. And it's a good way to play ultimate.
I don't think anybody's ever said that about me. Throw to the tall guy. Well, you know, Dipper's not that tall, actually.
Right. Yeah. I've never once has that been uttered about my position on any team. But there have been instances where I have not been the only Owen on a team, and I always do claim that I am Big Owen, and the other Owen has to be the little Owen.
Who's the last Owen that you played with?
Owen Trueblood. I'll tell you what, it wasn't Owen Murphy, but Owen Trueblood. Shout out Owen Trueblood, Bacchus, my alma mater, one of my teammates.
Shout out to Bacchus. Shout out to all the other teams here. Oh, man. Look at that. The sun is starting to come out, shining on the fields.
It's beautiful.
This beautiful day of Ultimate Frisbee here in Portland, Oregon.
I'm wondering, Dip, do you have anything to say about where Cole Dinwoodle is tuning in from?
Well, Cole, I would not doubt that my mother would be watching these games. Ever since I started playing Ultimate Frisbee, she's really enjoyed watching it, but can't say that I suspect that she's watching these games today, even though it is free to stream on YouTube, on the Bacchus Ultimate YouTube channel, I believe.
Colorado School Mines looking to get one gear turning here. Nice inside shot to 15.
Near poach block from this Whitman defense.
Whitman will force to the flick side here. And they're getting a little junky. Defenders sitting in the lane. They're trying to mess up Colorado's flow. They'll hold the flick here, although in a round break, gets it to 24 down the line.
Calls a shot and swings it back around.
Now you want to complete the swing there, it feels like, because all Whitman wants to do is junk up your lane. So they will get the swing off the 2. 2 will swing it down the field to 24. And a call will bring this back. Good call, it seems.
I do really like how Colorado School Mines is really maintaining their position on the break side of the field. That just kind of puts the defense on their heels and makes them adjust their downfield positioning, and really gives you a lot of options as you're swinging the disc around. Great break throw from the Mines handler there, looking for his next option. As Colorado School of Mines is starting to creep into the red zone. Ooh, risky throw.
Oh, 49 was too open there for the upline cut. 2 looked off as well, and in a round shot. 33 will work it back to the inside, 63, back to 33. He'll pump the open side, look great. And he'll work it off the sideline with a little fancy drag cut from number 1. Number 1 with a quick pivot around.
Good seal there from the Whitman defender.
Good seal from Whitman. Colorado Mines with the shot. And unfortunately that looked down from up here.
It doesn't look like they went to the observer there. The receiver recognizing that he didn't get there quite in time.
Scoop hit off the turf. The thrower did not call skipsies. Oh, and what a good poach by 63, anticipating the open side progression by the Sweets. And they'll look to counterattack here.
With a little bit of small ball there, huh?
A little bit of small ball.
Love to see it. trying to get back in that red zone. Colorado Mines handlers working it back and forth. Risky throw. And a nice defensive play there in the handler space on that floaty swing.
So Whitman will take a look downfield.
The big shot going up. Should be
Someone's there for Mines, but Whitman goes up first.
And the disc is not in yet.
And they're signaling on his head before they even score. But eventually the score and the kick spike for Whitman, they are taking hold of this game.
And again, another deep shot from Whitman.
Another deep shot.
Another deep shot from Whitman.
Well, when it works, it works.
They just can't get enough.
That's the thing about the D3 division. If something's working, better spam it until they fix it. You can say that about any ultimate team, to be honest.
Sure, sure. Really, the only thing that I spam is turnovers.
I eat spam.
Spam's good. Should we get some spam tomorrow morning?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Cook up some spam for breakfast? Setting up for day 2 of
Can't say I
D3
ever
Grand Prix.
ate spam on the morning of a tournament, but I can't knock it until I try it. I think it could be a good race fuel.
What's your go-to tournament breakfast?
Tournament breakfast. Probably a light breakfast sandwich, maybe a bacon, egg, and cheese, kind of on an English muffin kind of deal. And I do go coffee. That is my source of caffeine for the first hour of the day. And then I will switch to caffeine tablets or Red
Caffeine tablets.
New metal with caffeine.
Ah, I see. Working double duty.
Double duty, of course, electrolytes and caffeine.
It's all about efficiency.
Well, it looks, School of Mines could use some caffeine right now, although they've demonstrated patience in their end zone sets and working it in the handler space, but just a few too many errors, ending up in a few too many Whitman opportunities, which they seem to be going 100% on.
Yeah, Colorado maintaining good possession here, working their way down the field. Hoping that they can execute on these passes in the short spaces on this open side of the field. And it's all about if they can finish.
I have to say, School of Mines knows how to work the around, but a few too many of those, but it's completed for this score.
Incredible catch.
Entropy,
And it could be coming back though.
21's not happy about that, and I would say fair enough. I'm wondering what the observer ruling is here. Was that a foul call or was it a not-in call by Whitman?
I'm not seeing a lot of hand signals down there.
No. And I'm hoping the Sweets and the Mines players, the Entropy players, know their hand signals here so we can figure out what the coach is. So, Dipper, drop a little lore for you.
All right.
In college, I was a chemistry major.
Okay.
And so I do have to say I am a fan of the School of Mines namesake. Their team is named Entropy, which is representing of a system's energies, kind of the disorderliness of particles and matter in a system, as I understand. But it's been a while since I took thermodynamics.
That's actually a pretty fitting name and concept for an ultimate frisbee team, huh?
And I think they are embodied. You know, I would say their handler set would be low entropy, and their deep shots have been high entropy in this game, as in highly disorganized, unfortunately, well defended by Whitman. But their handler sets and their breaking the mark, very low entropy, very cool, calm, collected. So we'll see if they can marry the two and hopefully work it in here on their end zone set. Number one with a big around, and they'll see if they can milk it. They can't quite get in the end zone. 21 over to 63, he tries to toe it. He manages to gain control, but the observer will rule it out. He did not regain control and get the toe in before falling to the ground.
He came screaming in there.
He came screaming in really fast,
Screaming
and
into
at
that
the last
front
minute
corner.
realized he was screaming so fast that he was screaming out of the end zone. Oh, and 12 comes in with a big block. It'll be called as a strip. 12 looks like he'll be calling for a no contest throw. Happily accepting the call from 99.
With a little bit of a different hand signal on that no contest.
Yeah.
Not with the typical
The typical no
hands
contest,
off
as
to
in
the
the
side.
regulation no contest.
Speaking
Now
of
this
contests,
guy, now he's got the, now that is not a USAU approved number format with the left caret 3. They'll try a hammer for the end zone in a crazy backwards bid by the Whitman player, but not enough to secure the score. So Mines will get another chance on this half game point for the Sweets.
you know, sometimes those short little hammers or scoobers, they're viable throws, but you can't help but think that that was just something for the highlight.
Might have been something for the highlight reel. You know, the players, they're very cognizant of our operation here. They had to move all the way up here to the streamed field. It's a bit of a different complex than the rest of the fieldage here at Delta Park, and you can't help but think that that gets you going a little bit. Think about the camera watching it. And a foul call here again. We're getting a lot of fouls here as this half progresses. 44 with a big shimmy. He'll fake off his reset, look inside the 23. Swinging over to number 1.
Couple of cuts coming out of the stack, finding the open person. Looking to go back around. Ooh,
Mine's one of the only teams running a vert stack
hammer's going up. Is it gonna
that
come
we've
down?
seen today, and
Oh.
well defended by 99. That's just a hard throw to complete. Floaty hammer, and you know the idea. There was a poach back there, but it hung up too long. It did not travel far enough for School of Mines, Entropy.
Whitman finding a lot of open options in that middle handler space with a call, the disc coming back. Man, these guys are looking gassed. This has been a long point. A lot of
been a
long
long point.
points for Colorado School of Mines Entropy's O-line so far this game.
Number 10 is going to put up a shot. And well defended by Entropy. 3 defenders in the area.
Thought he was going to call something there for a second, but it looks like it was just a well-contested disc. And Entropy back on the attack.
They'll put up a big ripper off the break side. It was not sealed by the mark. 63 is going to stay in bounds and take the reception and call a timeout. And the sideline loves it. Whitman giving a little chirper too.
A veteran call there.
Veteran call, some may say.
Maybe a bit of a discussion on that timeout. Not sure what they're talking about right now.
Observer is signaling stall 6. Has School of Mines already taken a timeout this half? I think so.
I think they may
And so
have.
that was a penalty because they did not have any more timeouts this half. So it was a stall penalty, but they got the disc off. So all is good, and they'll try to set up their end zone here. Quick swing. And they'll continue to number 12. So Entropy holds the Sweets off for now. The Sweets are on the doorstep of the half. It is 6. Whitman, Colorado School of Mines, 3.
Getting a point on the board to keep this game within 3. You kind of wonder how badly this Colorado Mines D-line needs to get a break rate.
Absolutely. And, you know, we were just talking about this earlier, but, you know, having that D-line dog mentality, going out there and getting one, it could be the difference between a boring send-off to the half or a exciting change of momentum here in the game.
Mm-hmm. It'd be pretty big for Colorado Mines to get a break here. Bring it within 2, give their O-line a bit of a rest after a long point.
Absolutely. Yeah, the School of Mines O-line, and you have to think they're crossing some players over. Here comes 49 Steven. He said shout out mom. And so shout out Steven and shout out his mom.
Shout out to Steven's mom, number 49. Came up to us before the game and said, hey, my mom's watching the stream. Can you give me a shout out? And I have to say, Steven's been playing pretty well this game.
And
doing the little things right and really getting himself in the mix.
that's what we're here for. We're here for the shout outs. Any more shout outs, chat? Drop them. So School of Mines, their D-line's finally on the field. So the O-line's sticking to the force flick, consistent. But they'll send the D-line out, and they're setting a bit of a pawn. So it looks like a 2-3-2 of sorts.
Sort of a cup-ish. Some people call it trips.
Loose cup. Okay, trips. And it succeeds.
And
so
it produces.
This might be the change of pace that they need. But of course, they need to convert to make a mark on the game. 63 is going to send a shot. 48, he's open deep, and he can't milk it for the score. He's not in. But there it goes, and 22.
That break that Colorado School of Mines Entropy needed. It always gets me fired up watching the team run on there, celebrate with their teammates. God, they really needed that break, didn't they?
They really needed that, and I think all day they've been searching for that break. So this might be the time for School of Mines to really step on the gas pedal here at D3 Grand Prix. Try to turn the game around even before the half. So we'll see if they can repeat.
I mean, the difference between being down by 3 and being down by 2 is massive.
It's immense.
3 feels like such a hill to overcome, but as soon as you get that one break, God, we're only down by 2. We can do this.
It totally changes the mentality.
Absolutely.
And you hope that those kids aren't scoreboard watching too hard, but you got to have a mental count. By the time you play college ball, most players, they're thinking about it. And so you're right, that mental shift from 3 down to 2 down could be huge. Could be huge for Entropy.
Me personally, with this D-line coming back out, I want to see that zone again.
Oh, I want to see that zone again.
I want to see that zone again. If I'm on Colorado Mines D-line right now, I'm saying, get the trips out there. Get the zone back out there. Make them make risky throws and give my teammates a chance to get it in.
That's right. Well, Whitman has proven that they seem to have the physicality edge. They have the matchup edge. And so Entropy hoping to meet that with a different look here on defense, hopefully slow them down a little bit from their deep shot party. Although that one sneaks out of the cup, downfield, and they'll look to convert on the sideline. Did he get the toe? Observer calls out.
And the observer calls the disc out. Quite a bit of confusion. Everyone's pointing at the sideline.
And now it may have been out on. So it looks like it's an out on the reception called by the observer on the sideline. And he had good perspective. He was a bit farther up the field. So while they're talking about this call, I gotta say shout out to the Colorado School of Mines Entropy coach that you can see here in the bottom right of your screen, pink and neon pink and neon blue. He did DM the Instagram and say, hey, I'll make sure my fit's right. Oh, they're checking the camera, and fun fact, this is new to the USAU rulebook. You can check the camera of a sideline attendee if it's determined that they have best perspective. So they go to best perspective on the camera, and it is confirmed as a goal. So Whitman takes half on that controversial play, going to the camera for the so that is rarely seen, but you got to think maybe Whitman planted that guy down there. Maybe they were hoping to get that. So Whitman sends it to half.
And everybody's wanting to take a look at this picture.
Yeah, that camera, that might be the most popular camera person.
The most
at Delta
popular
Park.
guy on the sideline here at D3 Grand Prix, Portland, Oregon.
So here we are at halftime, 7 for the Sweets, 4 for Entropy. About 39 minutes to go to the hard cap. Before we go to half here, I want to give a quick shout out to Carter Gonzalez, number 63 on Mines Entropy. Thanks, Mark, for chiming in. Cole Dinwoodle, Cole Dinwoodle, shout out Junko.
Junko.
Indeed. Shout out Junko.
What's Junko?
What's Junko? I never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Just
All right.
another club option as far as I'm concerned.
Just another club option. That's right. All right, everyone. We're going to take a bit of a halftime break, and we'll see you back for more action here at D3 Grand Prix 2025. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back.
Me.
We're here for the second half of our 4th round of coverage here at D3 Grand Prix 2025. The sun is out, it's peeking through the Portland overcast, and well, we're here to see if School of Mines can turn this game around. Turn left a little harder, maybe. Turn left 180 degrees on this game.
Put your pedal on the gas. Don't look back. It's the second half, baby.
It's the second half. So, Mines coming out on their junkie look again, and a well-defended downfield on the second attempt. Whitman can't make it happen, and we're starting this half off with a bang. But perhaps an injury here for 22 on Whitman.
Yeah, there was 2 very healthy contests on that disc. Glad that everybody's okay, but wow. Starting the second half off with quite a bit of action.
Absolutely. And so 30 minutes left till hard cap. You gotta wonder that the coach of Mines, you know, he's gotta be thinking about that too. How much time do we have to win this game? You could say they have 30 minutes to win this game. Down about 3 breaks.
Technically speaking, probably about 29 at this point.
At this point, I would say about 29 minutes and 23 seconds.
Exactly. Entropy really maintaining possession as a pick is called.
So pick downfield will pause play for a moment. And Entropy is going to look to get out of this dangerous space, although Whitman doing a good job of junking up their handler to space. Number 1 gets it back, another pick call. And these teams love to talk, it seems.
Bunch of chatterboxes.
A bunch of chatterboxes, a bunch of yappers, if you will. I have to make a note of the last call before we went to half. We did think that they went to the camera for a ruling, for the best perspective ruling. They actually decided, the Mines player decided that the Whitman player was in. He signaled in, they called it in, and the camera offered perspective too late, even though the camera showed, upheld the observer ruling of out. The Mines player called it in, and that's how it stood. So Whitman took half on that. But Mines here with a successful deep shot, downfield to 63, working it back to 14. He'll work it across the 2. 2 looking for the around shot to the end zone, and 63 will convert for another break for School of Mines. And Pink waves the hat, gives a point to his buddy. Only I can best presume.
And the score is 7-5 with that Colorado Mines break right out of half. So Whitman's still leading 7-5, but a hot start to the second half.
And that's what we wanted to see. Of course, you know, commentators up in the booth, we want to be treated to a tight game, a tight race, if you will. So we're excited to see that. We'll see if Entropy can keep up the heat. Looks like Pink Hat 63 over there, earning the Frisbee chain.
The brake chain, perhaps.
The brake chain.
The brake chain.
Yep, hanging around his neck, and
we actually have no idea if that's actually what it's called. It just seems
not called the brake train. It should be called the brake train. I think
it's definitely quite a bit of bling.
It's definitely blinging for a piece of plastic. It's bling.
Well, now that the sun's out and they're dancing.
Sun's out.
They're
sun's out. And look at them go over there.
A bunch of big
Spencer,
boobs.
can we get a look at the dance on the sideline? Sorry if that was wrong.
Sorry for everybody wearing headphones at home.
Sorry, headphone users. Sweets fans checking in from Palm Springs. Go Ethan, number 31. Thanks for the intel. I'll try to shout out Ethan when I see him get the disc. Yeah, a lot of representatives from Mines fans out there in the chat. Love to hear more from Sweets fans. Thanks, Kelly, for chiming in.
A saucy throw to get to the break side, looking to cross field. Great find there as the Sweets recenter the disc. Trying to poke their way through this Entropy zone that has shown some success today.
Well worked to the break shot. And there's a man over downfield. But 2 Mines players converge too, but is well fielded by 29 for Whitman.
A well-placed disc there downfield, and Good on the Whitman Sweets downfield cutter there. Good safe play. Of course, we're always hoping for safe plays. It's exciting when there's a whole pile and everyone's contesting for the disc, but it's always a good day when no one gets injured, right?
Simon Duncan-Seaver chimes in. Could only assume that Simon is related to Leo Duncan-Seaver. Simon says, let's go Sweets.
Walla
Walla Walla. Holla Holla.
Holla holla walla walla.
As they say in Walla Walla. Leo, your bro's on, I think. Or dad.
Hopeful but incompleted pass from Colorado School of Mines Entropy. Some help defense going deep.
Oh, but a good contested catch by 33 in traffic.
With the goaltee throw for the score.
And they'll work it to number 12. Whitman going up.
I'm not sure if that was a blade. I'm not sure if that was meant to be a hammer. It was just kind of a throw.
It was meant to work.
He just kind of threw it.
It worked. He kind of threw it for the score. And I believe we are now at 8-5 Sweets.
Don't they say that 8-5 is the most dangerous score in Ultimate?
They do say that. I have heard.
And if nobody has said it, I'm saying it. 8-5, the most dangerous score in Ultimate.
One of the reasons I knew it was a good idea to bring you up in the booth is that you're willing to say the things that others aren't. And I appreciate you for getting out there and just saying, that's a dangerous score.
Some things just need to be said. Some things just need to be said.
We got more chat popping in. For Altman says, let's go Mines. Simon responds, sweet onion magic.
Sweet onion magic.
Now I hear rumor that at their annual tournament, Onion Fest, there is a onion eating competition mixed into the Frisbee competition, which I can't say I would be excited for, but with enough peer pressure, anything's possible.
I've tried eating an onion as fast as I could. It sucks. It really hurts to just try to, I think I got through half of the onion, just eating it like an apple.
Yeah.
And onions really do make you cry for a whole host of reasons.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, and Mines will try another deep shot. Completed to 48 here on the doorstep. He's got 4 poach. He'll give him the high release, but a huge, absolutely massive shoulder high big D from Whitman.
A really clutch defensive play there. Great defensive instincts. And Whitman's off to the races.
Off to the races immediately on the counterattack. Everyone's moving downfield.
A couple
and
big
a shot
gainers.
goes up for number 3. He's all alone in the end zone.
Not gonna milk it.
Not gonna make it.
On the goal line. Lots of different options.
And observer will call that in.
Yeah, he's in. Electrifying point from Whitman there.
And that is brutal. I mean, we've all been on the other end of that kind of point, and I mean, when you're on the doorstep, when you think you've got it, and it all goes awry, it's a mental challenge right now for Entropy, who had a little momentum coming out of half. They're going to regather here with a timeout and see if they can get back to their break ways.
And it's not even that Colorado Mines did anything necessarily wrong at that point. They did a lot of things right at that point, but one big athletic play can really turn things around in a split second.
Absolutely. And so here we are with 20 minutes till hard cap. Timeout called by Entropy. And Entropy's going to have to figure out how to rattle off 4 breaks.
Only
20
4
minutes.
breaks?
Only 4.
Only 4
Not
breaks?
5. If it was 5, I'd say that'd be a little hard. 4, definitely possible.
Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. But Whitman looking very strong here today. Not just in this game. I believe they're undefeated.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised, having seen these guys play a few times over the past couple years. Certainly at D3 Grand Prix last year, the inaugural year. Whitman is definitely a pretty serious team to play. But you know, Colorado School of Mines Entropy really putting up a good fight. I personally don't think that they're out of this game.
I'm with you.
Their D-line has shown flashes of greatness. Certainly throwing a little seasoning of athletic ability and some proficient throwing, and it's just a matter of things falling your way.
Absolutely. When you live and die by the deep ball, you better be able to win some 50-50s. And, well, something that helps you tip the odds in your favor is having a couple big-time athletes on your team. And right now it seems like the Sweets are just out dogging, out physically working in deep space. So we'll see if Mines can turn it around.
Whitman Cutters really finding easy opportunities to get into that deep space before Colorado Mines really has a chance to react to it. They're really kind of controlling the deep space, relying on those really skilled throwers to just throw to big targets downfield. It's been working out for them.
Griffin pops in with a fun fact. Mines clearly missing that tall guy who transferred to CSU. And a big bid from 31. Comes up shorthanded, but you can't lie, that pressure adds up. Able to complete that shot. Blady down to 12, up the open side. He'll dump it back for 1. Gets in the way of a Whitman defender who will catch up. 44 points and shoots. It is off target. And you can just see the mental angst. Oh, and a big bid from 12, trying to get it right back. And he'll have to get up and catch up, because number 3 is streaking deep, trying to stretch the defense.
Whitman looking for another deep shot here, perhaps.
It looks like
Steps into it.
He was looking at nothing else but to send that bad boy up. And they're trying to make a statement, but well defended by Entropy. High Entropy deep shot there, I would say.
A lot of bodies in the area. It looks like there was quite a bit of contact, but everybody being okay with it. Checking in with each other. And Entropy's back at it. Weaving their way up the field. Cutter goes deep, but gets called back. And another one.
Another pick
And a pick called.
So they'll stop play. And we'll see what stall this comes under. Maybe 3 or 4. 12 putting a flick mark on.
Oh, and there's still some conversation happening between 0 and 44 there.
Looks like play started a little prematurely here. And it's up.
And the deep shots continue. You know, it's not the perfect weather day in the world. There's still a little bit of wind, but these guys are not scared to air it out.
No. No, you definitely could not say that about this game. So number 0 on the Sweets is going to work it with a crazy inside. Bid for, but dropped. You can't blame that on the receiver there. 44 with it on the doorstep, but he can't get it off. He finally gets it off the 33. All of Mines was converging on the disc like ants to, I don't know, whatever ants like.
Something sweet, perhaps.
Something sweet.
A Walla Walla onion, perhaps.
Perhaps. And 1 is going to have it on the open side here. He's going to work it across the 2.
Great
Mines.
flow there from Colorado Mines, swinging the disc around the defense.
Cascades all the way to the break
Cascades
side.
all
for
the
the
way
score.
to the break side. And Entropy stays in it.
So Whitman with a commanding lead now in this game.
10-5. We're playing to 13 today here at D3 Grand Prix. So,
Well, Owen, I think that was a Colorado Mines score.
oh goodness gracious, that's why. That's why.
That's
you're
why
here
you have
with
2
me.
in the booth.
That's why you got 2 in the booth. So Mines, with an opportunity to come back with 14 minutes to go.
With a nearly perfect score. 9 to
Of
6?
9 to 6. My favorite number that is 96.
For obvious reasons. Now Colorado Mines taking a couple of hits, coming out of half, starting off with that break and really finding a new kind of sense of momentum here as the pull goes ripping downfield. Throwing their zone that they've found some success with so far today. Seeing if they can contain those deep shots, create some chaos. But Whitman is carving it up.
So the last thing that the Sweets want to do is leave the door open for Entropy. They're gonna try and punch us in, but they can't. It's stymied by
The door is wide open.
number 14 for Entropy. He says, calm down. He says, I'll set up the offense. I'm gonna holster that. Look to my swing, it's well defended. And another pick downfield. I mean, you gotta wonder, what's it gonna take for them to clean it up?
I don't know, maybe some better stack spacing.
Stack spacing, perhaps.
I mean, all these guys just, they want it. They want it badly. They're gonna run as hard as they can, and sometimes you end up just running into people.
That's right.
Big gainer to take it to midfield, points downfield. Colorado Mines in flow. And they're gonna reset it a couple of times.
Number 2 with the inside shot to 14, who
And guess what?
and
Another pick.
his defender was picked, apparently. I believe it.
A little bit of conversation about what the disc is coming in at.
And Entropy working it back across to the break side, but that pass just sails a little too far. So Swedes would get an opportunity to punch this one in after all.
A lot of underspace for these Whitman cutters.
And they're going to send another shot. Number 2 is
A
chasing,
pick
but
was called, and it's still going to be incomplete. A pick was called, maybe perhaps as the throw was coming off.
as the throw was coming off about.
And if the Whitman receiver there would have caught that disc, it maybe would have gone back. But it sails over his head for a turnover. And Colorado Mines looking for another break this half.
Here comes Steven. Well played across the field. And Steven's busting it deep, but a deep leaves it up in the air though. It was backed up for the Mines player. Steven, number 49, is going to bust back under after a long deep cut. He'll mosey back to the stack. Number 2 with the rally cap on. He's going to find 14 inside on the upline. Steven with a good grab, 49. Oh, he tries to look across the field, but skips off the turf. He did not call skipsies.
I see
Number
what
2's got to go.
I see what he was looking for there, and just a little bit of an execution error.
Absolutely.
Whitman, of course, sending a bunch of receivers deep. He's got plenty of time.
And Whitman will convert.
And that's a dirty hold for the Sweets from Walla Walla.
Holla, holla.
Holla, holla. Colorado putting up a massive effort in the second half. They really want to try to bring this game back within a couple of points. Down by 4 with just over 10 minutes until hard cap.
So, Entropy with a couple of tight games today. Although they did beat Claremont by 6, so that's a convincing win. But falling to the Northwest contender Puget Sound at the 5th seed today, 13-10. And they're looking to bounce back here in the 4th round. Oh,
You know,
after a loss to Lewis and Clark, 13-5.
You know, of course, being a Portland guy, I always want to keep the positive stuff for all the Portland teams. But watching UPS play, they were looking pretty good today. They were looking very good today. And a big, towering, slicing backhand hook. Is it going to stay in bounds? Now, Owen, you and I have played a lot here at Delta Park.
That's right, Dick.
You and I have dealt with this concrete warning track quite a bit.
Yep.
It's, you look down and all.
To not bit into the concrete, of course, when you're at the first college tournament of the season, you want to make that statement, especially for the stream cameras. So.
I've definitely tasted my fair share of concrete here at Delta Park. I'm surprised I still have all of my teeth. A well-contested defensive play there with Whitman in the red zone. A hammer goes up. It's fading.
Floating.
Great positioning from the Colorado Mines defender back there. The Whitman receiver showing a little bit of respect there. Always appreciate that.
He does have the heart on his jersey.
Oh, it is a heart, isn't it?
Yeah. Although I have to say, if and when Whitman makes it to nationals, they will have to review that jersey number. And it's up.
Tall guy, the tall guy.
Number 4, Hugo, can't catch up with the blading shot. And here we go back up the other side of the field. Sweets working it up. 15 yards, 10, 15 yards at a time. And, half field. Here comes another shot.
Half field hammer.
And it's worked back to by 33. Oh, he'll send a blade to the back of the end zone and just missed.
Just off of the fingertips of the Whitman defender there. I honestly can't tell if that was a questionable or a good throw. I think I would have thrown that too.
I could wager a bet, Dipper. I could have thrown that turn. That is absolutely for sure.
Well, I could have thrown that turn too.
I could have easily thrown that turn, but you have to think, one guy isolated in the end zone, one defender, you really don't have to take a 50-50 ball. Oh my goodness, and 44 gets up, but
pops out at the last second and maybe taking an injury.
And he landed pretty hard. He may take an injury here.
I would call an injury too.
I could call that injury.
I can't do that, but I can call the injury.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he's all right. I know we're joking, but that was quite an athletic play, and it's a bummer that he made on his knee. Gives a wave to his teammates and takes a beat.
Well, here goes a floaty. Oh my goodness, 21.
Gosh.
And here comes that warning track again.
That Delta Park concrete.
So he goes it out.
Goes flying out of my vision, my point of view here. I couldn't see if he hit his head or not. I'm glad he's okay. Back out there commanding
the defense.
Commanding Whitman's defense. Trying to keep it in this coffin corner. And the disc goes up.
Another blading shot.
Sails away.
Go.
Tough point. Tough, hard-working point from both of these lines here.
So 18 will look to bounce. Sweets are just thinking, good God, can we end this?
I think both lines are
yet to be
wanting
seen.
to end this.
I suppose so. Both teams determined to take it to hard cap as we are only 5 minutes out.
And a couple of errant throws from both schools. Nice rolling catch there from the Entropy handler. Gets it to the break side.
Works it inside it. Oh, it almost works out for number 4, Hugo.
And a good effort from Hugo there. A little slow to get up.
That's the second time he's aggravated that shoulder. I wonder if it's a nagging injury for him. We hope he's all right.
These guys are really putting their bodies on the line. It's
Bodies on the line.
two Entropy players that really just sold out for both of those attempts. You got to respect it.
You got to respect it. Well, it's a couple teams that we learned with, you know, nationals level aspirations.
Slicing Huck into the red zone, right on the goal line, looking off a couple of options there.
And Loverboy's going to hit the reset. They're going to set an end zone here. Looking for the inside lefty.
Insane.
And he likes that one. His own throw, that is. Number 33.
That was pretty sick.
I would say it was pretty sauced up.
Pretty sauced up.
Pretty sauced up for the Whitman Sweets. And they'll convert to make the score 11-6.
I really couldn't tell you if that was his offhanded.
I think it was. I think it was just based on the fact that he threw that righty flick earlier to the back of the end zone.
Was that offhand? And he can confirm.
We just wanted to confirm for the stream. Right. So 33 gives us the nod with the beautiful lefty inside. Offhand, of course, as we confirmed.
Offhand, of course.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
And the Sweets will punch it in. They're looking to finish this game up.
Should.
It's a
Nice
race
reward.
to 13 or 3 minutes.
First
We'll
to
see.
13.
Based on that last point, I'm thinking we'll be here till count.
I guess you could say we're in the last couple of laps
In the
of
last
this
couple
race.
laps of this race, that's for darn sure. And, well, it's looking like Lightning McQueen's prime for Whitman Sweets right now.
Ka-chow.
Indeed.
Ka-chow for sure.
Indeed.
D3 Grand Prix. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. That's our new tagline. All right, so here come the Sweets D. Starting to pull down. Fielded by number 1, 23, bouncing it.
Great find in the middle of the field to the break side. Colorado Mines looking to maintain possession with a lot of little small throws and tight windows.
Good save. by
Another
number 2.
amazing bid, saving the possession.
I gotta say, number 1 has just been a stalwart for Entropy today, despite coming a little short of what I'm sure their aspirations are, but a huge second effort for the
And the
score.
observer signals that it's up. Amazing focus from the Colorado Mines receiver
Amazing
there.
focus from number 19. Sigma, Sigma, boy, Sigma, boy, Sigma, boy. And they'll give it a fist pump. Entropy, happy with that one. Keeping it tight, and we got to remind everyone that every score matters in the spring season. Every score counts to your algorithm. Every score is another potential score on the way to earning a bid for your region. So there you go, number 19 doing it for the region.
Doing it for the team.
Oh, and he hits a backflip. I hope we got that on stream. Now you gotta ask the question: is he clip farming? Is he clip farming? Well, if he's clip farming, he deserves to do so.
Now, clip farming, backflips like that doesn't count towards the algorithm.
Doesn't count toward the algorithm, but it
Doesn't
does
count for your regionals bids.
Does count towards your aura though. I'd say plus 1,000 for that backflip.
It's going for the aura bid.
Aura bid.
The
yeah.
aura bid.
So we'll see if Entropy can earn +1 aura bids for the region. And I think I've been on the mic too long.
Not long enough.
Touche. Sweets with an inside shot. Well fielded by number 2 with a flick throwing guy. And a big blade
High
goes up.
blade.
And it works out.
And an easy reception.
Visionary. And they'll put the hearts up for that. Sweets, 12. Entropy, 7.
They're loving that one.
And that is hard cap. They'll take that W, the Sweets will, and they'll line it up. So, what started out as a contentious game ended up falling Whitman's way. And, well, they'll be the team to beat tomorrow, that's for sure. And we'll see if anyone could give them a run for their money.
The Whitman Sweets really capitalized on all those really impeccable deep shots. Always really finding opportunities deep downfield, letting their incredible throwers really just do what they're good at, and that's throw bombs.
Absolutely. All right. Well, from D3 Grand Prix, you'll see us for the last game of the day. That is the Open Division All-Star game.
All-Star game!
Coming to you at 3:30 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Owen Hay on the mic with
Little Dipper.
Thanks, Dipper, for joining me on the mic.
My pleasure, anytime.
That's awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning into the stream. Don't forget to support our live stream for free on YouTube, Box Ultimate. We'll see you for the All-Star game.
Peace.